Too many things in our lives require too much effort. But when it comes to disinfecting surfaces with the new Clorox Disinfecting Mist, you just spray and walk away. No wiping required. The aerosol-free Clorox Disinfecting Mist kills 99.9% of germs on hundreds of surfaces with an easy-to-use continuous sprayer. And it comes in 2 delightful scents with the reusable sprayer and refills that help keep plastic out of landfills. Try the new Clorox Disinfecting Mist today. Use as directed. Rinse required on incidental food contact surfaces.
Hi, welcome to your neighborhood pharmacy.
Hi, I've got a prescription for diabetes test strips. How much is the copay?
Well, it depends on your type of commercial insurance and factoring in your yearly spend, subtracting the deductibles, also depending on your monthly allowance.
Why can't there be a better option?
Or you could try Contour Next test strips. A 35 count's only $19.99 over the counter and proven to be highly accurate. Go to contournext.com/radio to see if over-the-counter strips are a more affordable option for you.
I think I'll try Contour Next.
Those big wireless companies try to lure you in with a new phone just to lock you into a contract. Not Simple Mobile. If you have a great smartphone you love, you can get a powerful nationwide 5G network without the contract. Just text the word BYOP to 611611 to see if your phone's compatible. Simple Mobile. Out with the old, in with the simple. Message and data rates may apply. Visit simplemobile.com/privacy policy for privacy policy and the terms and conditions at simplemobile.com/terms and conditions. Compatible 5G capable device and SIM required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. 5G network not available in all areas. 5G upload speeds not yet available.
How about we heat things up tonight?
How so?
Get a little fresh, add some steam, sizzle, and spice.
Wait, you're talking about going to Outback again, aren't you? Fire things up at Outback Steakhouse. For a limited time, try our bloomin' fried shrimp or get fresh with our new strawberry salad. Go big with our bone-in ribeye or the filet and grilled shrimp on the barbie. Then cool off with a cucumber crush or peanut koala. Try them all before they're gone. Let's Outback.
People say I ain't no good, and I'm crazy as a loon. Because I shave my head in the morning, pick guitar in the afternoon. Just like old Chief and Charlie, I like to lay around in the shade. Well, I ain't got no money, but you better believe I got it made. 'Cause I ain't asking nobody for nothing if I can't get it on my own. If you don't like the way I'm living, just leave this bald-headed country boy alone.
What's up, folks? Hey, I want to tell you about our new local sponsors. You hear all the corporate sponsors and everything before, during, and after the show. But these people right here are folks in my community that I actually shop with, work with, do something along those lines with, that when they say they want to come on board and be a sponsor of the show, it tickles the hell out of me, and I love them being a part of it. First one I want to tell y'all about is Dolly's Delights. Now, this lady right here not only has dealt with me and all my hard-headed friends when it comes to getting tuxes or fitted for weddings or whatever, she always goes above and beyond. One of my buddies who got married last year, they forgot my shoes. She went somewhere, picked them up for me to make sure that I was looking good and matching everybody else. She also got some great candy and some other stuff in her store. She's got this white trash candy. If you've never ate it, go get it. Go to her store right now and get it. It's awesome. But she goes above and beyond to take care of her customers. And I'm just grateful that she's my friend. I'm grateful she's a sponsor on the show. So y'all do me a favor. Go check out Dolly's Delights. It's on 5122 3rd Avenue in Eastman. The phone number there is 478-231-7237. And tell her that I sent you. I know it's tux and wedding season. You're not going to get a better price or a better person that you have to deal with than her. So go check out Dolly's Delights and tell them that I sent you. Now, a couple days ago, I did a show with Miss Lori from Lori's Dive-In over in Alamo. She brought me and Gracie all types of food, even a keto pizza, a cauliflower pizza. I've never ate anything like that before in my life. And let me tell you, it was banging. The wings were amazing. She does this special mix-up with lemon pepper and buffalo, and it's out of this world. Her wings are cooked better than almost any place I've ever been. Let's see, what else did she bring us? She brought us fried Oreos. She brought us fried pickles. The barbecue was awesome. The hamburger was banging. When you go there too, folks, you can go back and listen to the whole episode between me and her. Her staff is awesome. You feel like you're at home. It's just the best little place around. I know whenever we go through Alamo or I'm going down 16, I'm going to divert myself to go get lunch there. Y'all please go check her out. Her phone number is 912-568-1645. It's on Commerce Street over in Alamo. You can't miss it. It's Lori's Dive-In. Go get fed good. Go get treated good. You're not going to get better service from better people anywhere around here. So go check her out now. Let me tell you guys about the baddest insurance agent around these parts, Miss Jenna Carr. She's an Alpha insurance agent. She handles home, auto, life, and business. She's located in Macon, Georgia at 3312 Northside Drive, Suite C160. Let me tell you about Miss Jenna. Not only is she just the sweetest, cutest damn thing you ever seen, but she takes care of business like a true professional. I love dealing with her. She's done got me hooked up with life insurance because, let's be honest, I'm going to need it. And every time I've ever dealt with her, a complete pleasure. So, y'all do me a favor now. Give her a call and go look her up on social media. Jenna Carr, Alpha Insurance Agency. And that phone number in Macon is 478-621-7065. Tell her that you need the same package, home, life, auto, all that good stuff that she hooked me up with. This one's a new one. This is a cool new sponsor of our show, DC Trophy Company. Miss Vicky Hardiman. Thank you very much for being a sponsor on the show. Let me tell y'all what she made for me. This woman really likes my show. I really dig her. She made me a podcast trophy for having the #1 show in Georgia. It also says #1 bleep talker. I bleeped myself. She's awesome. She can handle all your softball, baseball, football, basketball, all your trophy needs. And the work that she does is top notch. Y'all go check her out right now. She also does awards and everything else for schools, for individuals. She just makes the greatest stuff. And if you even own a business and you want to give employee of the month or anything like that, she can do all that stuff as well. So I want y'all to go check her out now at 5122 3rd Avenue, Eastman, Georgia, 31023. That phone number is 478-231-2364. DC Trophy Company. So recently here at the studio, we had a tornado came through. And when it did, we needed a new roof put on. We needed some work done to it. And my dude, Mr. Brad Devane with Classic Roofing and Construction at 478-832-9229 came and gave me a free estimate, and then they hooked us up. It was an insurance job, and they took care of it right away, but they also handle out-of-pocket. And what's cool about them, they've got 30 years experience. They don't collect a single dime until the whole job is done. They do a full walk-around with the homeowner just to make sure that everything is up to the homeowner's standard, and then they collect. I know when we needed them most here at Raising Grace Studios, they did us an amazing job, and I'm glad to have them on board with us. So check out Classic Roofing and Construction now. Give Mr. Brad Devane a call at 478-832-9229. That is Classic Roofing and Construction. You guys want to know where I go to have a good time in Macon when I'm also wanting to get some good food and listen to some good music? I go down to Cashman's Pub at 370 Cherry Street in Macon, Georgia. Every time me and my buddies go there, no matter who it is, they've got a really good band playing. I'll tell y'all this, I love their buffalo chicken wraps. Plus, they have Buffalo Trace, one of the few bars around that carries it. So you're going to get the best drinks, good damn service, with good people. I know that I enjoy it, and all my friends do nothing but brag about it. Every Friday and Saturday, you can catch us there, but also we go there during the week when we get a wild hair. I know I can catch all my Bulldogs games, all my Braves games, and any NFL games there. They're going to have them on the TV. They're going to have drink specials, and it's just going to be a great environment for you to laugh, cut up, have fun with your friends. To me, it's my favorite little spot in Macon. If you don't know about it, go order one of their shot specials and tell them that I sent you. That is Cashman's Pub down on Cherry Street, Macon, Georgia. Phone number 478-219-9703. Y'all go run a bar tab up and tell the bartenders that the Josh Terry podcast said hey. What's up, fam? Hey, on the show today with me, I got some fellow podcasters. One I've had the pleasure of bullshitting with several times now on social media. But by the way, shout out to Logic Technology, what a fuck company this is. That literally, I went and bought a new mouse and keyboard a while ago, a wireless one. This thing sucks. This thing sucks worse than Anna Nicole Smith. This motherfucker is horrible. If I have to move it one more time out of my way. Anyway, I don't think Logic will be sponsoring me. See, I'm smart about that. If I think that they're going to sponsor me or ever give me money, I would never say that, but they're never going to do it. So let me introduce you to it's what is it? Two Broads, One Podcast.
Yes.
I like that name. I like that name. I like how you did take it from Two Girls, One Cup, didn't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
You trashy bitches. So I want to introduce y'all to Miss Jessica James and Miss Harley. I don't know if you even go by full Jessica James. I don't fucking know. I saw that name pop up on a while ago, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a trashy podcast."
Oh god. Yeah, I go by Jess. Yeah, I felt the same way. Like Jessie. I don't know which one's the most alluring.
Neither one of them's bad, but you throw that James in at the end, and it just sounds like you got a rebel flag somewhere at your house.
Exactly. Well, I feel like there's already two legendary Jesse Jameses. I feel like I could add to that, but
There's two?
I guess we'll see. Yeah, the outlaw and then the porn star.
There's a porn star named Jesse James.
Yes.
Only you would know that, though.
Me?
Yes, you.
I mean, I guess it's mostly people told me that. I was like, wait, really? It's like, oh shit. Okay. I mean, whatever. I'm gonna add to that historical factor. Like, oh, there's three.
I only know of
Jesse
actual
James.
one porn star. Her name's Mia. And the only reason I know that is because I bought my ex a fleshlight that was molded from her vagina.
Mia Khalifa. Yeah.
You did what?
I bought, so when my now ex was on deployment, I bought him a gag. It was not really a gag gift. It was more like a haha, go fuck yourself, and bought him a fleshlight.
It sounds like you did.
Yeah, he wasn't sticking his dick in the fleshlight is another thing. But here we are.
Some people like variety.
We're hitting home runs off the bat with this. I am down.
Welcome to being with Harley and Jess with Two Broads.
I know.
And together we are HJ, you know.
Yes.
Hand jobs. We laugh about that a lot.
We didn't even do that on purpose either.
No,
I
we
just
didn't.
when they were like, oh, you have to put a name with your podcast and shit, like your first name. I just put our initials. And then somebody literally made a comment. They were like, why the fuck did you put HJ as your name? Because when it shows up on your platforms, it says HJ on it. And I was like, because that's our fucking initials. No shit. They're like, do you not know what the fuck that stands for? And I was like,
oh, wait,
no, Harley and Jess. And they're like, no, hand job. I was like, oh,
well,
fuck.
it's on
And then
brand for us, so
I call
does that make sense?
I call it the good old fashioned. I don't like that's my thing. I always call it the good old fashioned. That's the good ladies know how to just give you a good old fashioned every once in a while.
You know what? Maybe because I come from an old school area that I've heard that before.
Yeah, if for some reason there's just something about it, you're like, all right,
okay. But then what do you call a blowjob?
a good time.
A good time. Okay. An old
What's
fashioned
the Beer
good
Fest
time.
one where it's like you're asleep? Oh, what's called a ZJ? Because I've got hit with that a couple times when we first came out, and everybody's like HJ, and they're like, "Oh, what about a ZJ?"
That's called rape.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Harley. What the
Wait,
fuck
hold
are you
on.
doing?
No, hold on a second.
You
If
wake
we're
them
gonna-
up first.
Y'all are finna
But
go
if-
down a slippery slope with me, and I'm gonna teach
You
you.
know
a
what?
lesson.
Fuck
We're
it. Let's
canceled.
ball.
I don't-
We're all getting canceled.
I tell Holocaust jokes on this bitch, so we ain't getting
Oh,
canceled.
God.
You're fine. No,
But
no, go
here's
ahead
the
and say what
thing.
you was gonna say. Yeah.
But guys talk about how they want to get woken up in the morning by a girl giving them a blowjob. So is this still rape?
Right.
Okay, so here's my problem with that. And I don't care. I don't care. I haven't woke up to one. I'm 35 years old. I can't tell you the last time I woke up to one. So as far as I'm concerned, everybody's waking up to one can go to hell in the first place. But two, I'm all about this like one weird thing. Like I really like equality. Like I really, really do. That's why I make a lot of stupid fucking jokes I make on here. Because if somebody can pick on my ass, I'm gonna pick on you. I don't give a fuck who you are, or what you're doing. But also on the other side of that, it's like the Me Too movement and all that type of shit or whatever. I always look at it as if it was the opposite thing done. So,
No, absolutely.
so the reason why I make that joke and is be like, oh, that's rape. It's because if I was to do that to you, it's not funny anymore. But you do it to me, it's like, got him.
Right.
Wait, are we still talking about giving head in the morning?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, if you've dated somebody, been somebody a long time, I guess it's different. But if it's like it's weird. I'm weird about shit like that. Trust me, I want to wake up with somebody like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm
the weird one.
No,
I don't know.
you're not. I just always, whenever I can make a point about like the Me Too shit, and there's a lot of it. I 100% agree. I got a daughter, and I'm all about women in power. I'm probably kind of a feminist in some ways, actually.
You a feminist?
Yeah,
No way.
I am.
Interesting.
I am, because like that's my little superstar, right? And like I want her
she's funny as fuck.
Yeah, like I want her to be like this badass Viking fucking queen. So we were even watching, I was watching, she watched it with her mother at their house. But that new movie on Netflix, that The Luckiest Girl Alive, have y'all watched that yet?
No, I haven't. I don't. I think I've seen the preview of it. It's with Mila Kunis, right?
Yep, you got to go watch it. So like by the end of it, I hated men. But no shit, by the end of it, I hated men. And then there's this movie that came out a couple years ago that's got fine ass Margot Robbie in it. It's got Nicole Kidman. It's called Bombshell. And it's talking about these women that worked at Fox News and how they ended up getting fired and all the shit they went through and everything. I hate men. Like, that's one reason why I'm so blunt and honest about everything that I do, because you ain't never mixing up my fucking words. Like I might sound like a piece of shit some of the times, but you're going to know exactly where I stand. If you're coming over to my house at 3:00 in the morning, you know why the fuck you're coming over to my house 3:00 in the morning. There's not going to be no accusations, no nothing. Like,
yeah.
But what I was saying about The Luckiest Girl Alive and the rest of those, it kind of makes you want to be a feminist as a man, just not like an extreme feminist.
Yeah, because I feel like sometimes, and this goes for anything, a lot of people go so forward that they kind of go backward. So it's just good to just stay, balanced, grounded.
That is a really good line.
Yeah.
That is a really, really good line. It makes a lot of sense. What didn't make a lot of sense is when I was skipping through y'all's podcast though.
Oh boy.
And
boy.
Y'all just went straight for the gutter, didn't you?
That's what we aim for.
Literally. So that's the one thing that I love about why. So Jess and I met through podcasting and over a year ago, actually, because we both have our separate podcasts that are super serious advocacy work, especially when it comes to military, mental health, like all kinds of shit. Yeah, like very serious things. And we've even traveled together. Like we got back in March, we went to Washington, D.C. together. And we raised $500 for an organization called the Veteran Success Resource Group, which is why I always tell you hey, here's another organization, because I know you do a lot of stuff for veteran organizations. So two broads, actually the money that we gave them, we signed the big check and it said Two Generous Broads.
That's cool.
That's what we did. But we came up with this podcast because, again, we both have very serious ones, but we were both like, yo, I want to start not having, because we're really strict on what we talk about on the other ones. Like this is like our platform. This is what we talk about. This is the things. And we finally both were like, you know what? Fuck it. I want to have fun. I want to not have a script type of thing and not have a certain dialogue that I have to talk. And a lot of our topics actually come from our listeners. Like a lot of them. Some of them pertain to us that's going on in our lives, especially this last episode. People came in fucking hot with these topics. And you know what? That's the cool thing, though, is that Jess and I, we're like how you are. We're blunt about things, we're real about things, and we're authentic. And we just don't, we give a fuck, but we don't give a fuck to the point where we're like, you know what? This is just how it is. Like, and that's
cool.
where it came from, because we're like, we want to have fucking fun, be real, normalize weird shit that's not really weird. And yeah, we're just too, that's why I say when authentic meets spiciness, because like you never know what the fuck you're gonna get on our episodes.
Hold on 2 seconds. Come here. Bye, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, I won't see you tomorrow. Sorry, I had to tell Gracie about everybody. All right, first off, I forgot that you served. Thank you for your service, by the way. Miss Harley.
Well, I was about to say she did too. I'm still in, but she is.
Well, thank both of you. Oh, that makes me like y'all even fucking more. I already like that about you. I didn't know they let people with, those kind of names in the military. I figured they would just be like, no, this person's too badass to be in our military. Like they're definitely going to go Batman and go rogue on everybody.
Exactly. I wanted to push a button and they wouldn't let me.
Yeah, you seem like the type that would. No, so that makes for the best podcast though when it's generic and not scripted. I listen to people, they'll send me clips all the time because they want my advice or whatever, helping them get started, or they get to a wall, and when they get to that wall, they just can't go no more. Like they're not growing or whatever. And I try to tell everybody the same thing, give them all the same advice, is the generic conversations are the best ones. Like you take a little bit that somebody gives you or an idea and you just fucking roll with it. If you're good at conversation, that's all a podcast is. You have to be able to carry on a conversation, make valid points, not sound like a fucking moron. That's it. Make some dirty jokes or just make some off the wall. You got to relate with your audience. You have to be an individual too. There's people that try to start them and they fail so quick and they give up, because there are some people that was recently really, and they're still big on social media. They tried to start one and they were getting no downloads. And they're like, this is stupid. I get 100,000 views on every video that I post. Why am I not getting this? Or like, and I listened to their show and told them, I was like, because it's boring. You're taking quotes from movies. You're taking, one-liners that you've heard in a stand-up. You're taking not Snapchat, but TikTok sounds and shit. And you're thinking that you can carry on a conversation, entertain people? Absolutely not. Just a little bit. I've been sitting here doing this shit with y'all. You carry on a fucking conversation. Like that's what people want. If you go read the intro to my show, it literally, I'm gonna summarize it, but it's imagine sitting across from a bar with somebody and making a friend by the time you get done talking. You never met this person before, but you end up having such a good conversation. You don't want to walk away by the end, and you wishing you could buy them another drink when it's time to go. Like that's what a good fucking show is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and y'all are doing good. I like it. I like it so far.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
We'll see if I fucking like y'all by the time we get done.
Oh, you know what? I will come down there and throw hands with you. I don't care, Josh. I mean, it's more of a good time than a threat, but still.
All I got to do is line dance the wrong way and you won't keep up. I see your honky ass line dancing.
Honky ass. Oh no, he called me out.
I am as white as fucking Wonder Bread. I am so fucking Caucasian. I am transparent. Like you can see through my skin, and I don't fucking line dance.
Oh,
really? Hey, I did 14 years of cheerleading, so that kind of plays into helping with somewhat being coordinated. There's the word.
When you can't bang football players anymore, you start banging cowboys, right?
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, you got me on that. I'll give you that. That was a good one. Yep.
Most of the ones I'm going to do if I keep drinking this liquor are going to be really good.
Are you drinking Woodford? Or what are you drinking today?
If Woodford asked, I'm drinking it. No, I'm drinking Crown right now. That Woodford looks
always got something different, especially on your drinking the ones you do the drinking game.
Well, my go-to, I live in I love some fucking tequila, but all I usually drink is whiskey. But where I live is an extremely small ass country town. Like I'm the biggest fish in the smallest pond ever here. But our liquor store we're a dry county, so I have to go one county over to even get
I was
liquor.
about to ask if you were from
Yeah.
a small one.
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, I want to raise my daughter, and her mother does too, in a Bible community. So that's what we live. It's this very Christian community. And we both are very happy here. I hate most of the people here, but it is what it is. But they don't fucking sell liquor for what it actually costs. Like, I drink Buffalo Trace and Eagle Rare. If I'm out at a fancier place, I'll drink Blanton's. But they all come from the same family. Blanton's is the grandpa, Eagle Rare is the dad, and Buffalo Trace is the son. So it's just aged to a different point. And that is my favorite. But if I go to that liquor store right now and I want a fifth of Buffalo Trace, if they have it in, it's fucking $70. In Nashville, I get it for $22.
Which you would think it would be the other way around.
Yeah,
What in the
exactly.
hell?
They don't have a problem getting it up there. And it's got
As much as I love Nashville, it hurts my soul to pay $6 for a bottle of Busch beer.
I would not fucking pay I would give you I would rather throw a Busch beer at the fucking wall and drink it. I don't know how. If I can't afford to drink what the fuck I want, I'm not drinking at all. That might as well get a
No,
goddamn
that's a fair point. That is.
might as well get a fucking Pabst.
Okay, to be fair,
You do line dance, so it makes sense you drink Busch beer.
boy. Anyways,
Mhm.
my grandfather, who is my best fucking friend, like my best friend, that's who, like, I am the feral trash panda that I am and the way that I am because of that man. Because of him is because of my obsession with Hank Jr., Busch Light, and Jim Beam. Those
Okay,
were our
I'll give
three
you that.
things.
I'll give you that. So I used to be a huge Jim Beam guy. Huge Jim Beam. In our first logo up here for the show, I'm holding Jim Beam.
I know, I noticed.
Oh,
So-
nice.
so
Classy.
I seen
like
that.
it.
In our new one, we're holding Buffalo Trace. But in our first one, we're holding Jim Beam. And my big brother is a songwriter up in Nashville. He got me trying different stuff. He's like, Josh, you can't be fucking trash your whole life. Yeah, Jim Beam.
Yes, you can. Fuck
No.
yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Stay humble. Stay
No.
humble.
Oh, no. I trust me. I know I'm still trash, but if I can afford to drink what I want, I'm not drinking the cheap shit that hurts your head the next day no more.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing about liquor too that a lot of people don't realize. It's not just that it costs more for just because the distributor or whoever thinks that it should cost more. Most of those cheaper ones are charcoal filtered. They're going to give you a horrible fucking hangover. It's more expensive they got, the more filtering process, the better it did, the better stuff that's in it. You don't get hungover.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I think
Yeah.
a lot of people miss that point. But I did want to add, it doesn't make sense. Like I'm in Georgia now. I was in Colorado for a little bit. So but I grew up here and I just never made sense to me about the whole like Bible Belt thing and like dry counties because, it's very cliche, but Jesus turned water into wine. Why can't I not buy liquor on Sundays? Or why are there dry counties? Are we just completely dismissing that blessing that he gave us? So that's all I'll have to say about dry counties. Like, come on, man.
I like it. And I shouldn't. It's always made it difficult when you want to drink on Sundays. But there's something that's kind of special about, that there's more people going to church than there is going to buy beer that day.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
I like the fact that you live in a place that they have valued so old school and such religious beliefs that we're not selling beer while church is open, or we're not selling beer all that day. It's a holy day. That's the part of the dry county part. Stupid. It doesn't make sense. But that aspect of it, to me, it does. It shows a lot about your community. It shows about the people that are there. Now you can still go get meth whenever the fuck you want to, but
Oh God, yeah.
but you can't go get beer and liquor. I mean, it makes it. I like that asset of it.
I can see that. But yeah, I mean, you'd be surprised with all the good stuff that you can get. There's always like fucking crackheads and meth heads. It just doesn't make sense to me, but I mean.
On a lighter note, though, I need to make a point. You need to try, if you haven't already, you need to try Jim Beam Red Stag with Coke.
No,
You have to try it at least once.
that's the stuff that's got like a cherry flavoring, right?
Black cherry.
Okay, so
Did you try it?
yeah, I don't drink any flavored liquor.
But you didn't try it, though.
No, I have. My friend drinks it with Sprite.
Oh, I have tried it with
Oh,
Sprite.
interesting.
All
You know
I
what's another weird one? Jameson and Dr. Pepper. That one was the weirdest combo, but it was like so like it almost tastes not quite like bubble gum, but it was
Y'all got
my
y'all got to
Jameson days.
y'all got to drink Jameson and pickle juice, right?
Oh fuck yeah, that was my
I haven't
first
tried that either.
not my legal. No, actually, I was 15 my first time I tried
You've
it.
never took a shot of Jameson and pickle juice?
Girl, if
No,
you,
I don't think
it's a chaser,
so.
not together. It's a chaser.
Oh, okay.
It's called
okay,
a.
okay,
We call
yeah.
everybody's got a different like title for it, but we call them picklebacks.
That's what we call
Yeah,
it too.
okay, yes, I have had those. Okay. I
Yeah.
was about to say, I was like, together? I don't
There was,
know.
oh my God, there was one time, she was a new bartender, okay? And I asked for a pickleback. I thought that was just like a universal term. Like, I just thought
No.
every bartender, whatever. I mean, I've been bartending almost 10 years now. So it's like, that's what I thought. Yes, on the side, I also bartend. But I thought that was, again, universal term. This
Right.
poor girl. So she made it like a Jaeger bomb where she put the Jameson in a shot glass and dropped the pickle juice inside the Jameson. And I was like, I literally just looked at my friend and I was like, fuck, whatever. We're going to take it because we paid for it, but
Right.
whatever. But still. So at that moment, I was like, dude, how do I word this and not sound like an asshole? Because I hate when people like try to critique me in my bartending. Like, I've been doing it long enough. Like, tell me your preference on how you like things. But that's one of those shots that I feel like should be a universal, like, no, they don't, you don't intermingle them.
Right, kind of like an old fashioned. Like there's
Yeah, I hate
There's just-
fucking old fashioned.
Yeah, they're, oh God.
Oh,
I
you're too
cannot-
classy for
look,
those.
I work, Jess, you've been in the bar that I work in. I cannot tell you when I tell you we have the most basic and some weird shit. Like we have Hypnotic. I'd never heard of Hypnotic until I worked at this fucking bar. But we have, when I tell you we are a honky tonk line dancing club, whatever, and I get asked for fucking Hennessy and to make old fashions, it is, I literally, I'm the biggest, so I'm a smart ass. Shocker, I know. And I look at them, I'm like, what kind of establishment do you think you're in right now?
Right, you
Or
got to
a
know your
Moscow
place.
Mule. A Moscow Mule.
I
is
hate
also,
those too.
They're disgusting. And first off, you got to have, I will never, ever make a Moscow Mule without a copper cup. It actually tastes very, very different if you do not have it in a copper cup. They're gross regardless to me.
Yeah.
Like ginger beer is just, ugh. Anyways.
I hate the people that order them. Is the thing.
Me.
Uh,
those are
it-
so dashes.
So
I
basic
literally
white
shit on the
girls?
fucking-
No, it's not. It's like
Guys,
I'm hollering out at my big brother right now because he likes that fancy shit.
fuck you as a bartender.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
He takes me to these places that when you go into it, I like fucking dive bars. I like the
Those are the best.
I like the trailer trash people. If there was still sawdust on the floor and swinging doors, I'd be fucking happy. Like those are my kind of places. Now Lee wants to take me to these uppity places to where like they've got like a little fucking flamethrower and they're heating up an orange peel and a sugar cube to go in them or whatever. And then like I see how much they cost, and it's like, dude, I don't understand why you're paying for that. You're here to get drunk. Drink either straight, water, Sprite, Coke, whatever you need, just to mix or do half and half. And that's way better. And you're spending way less money. The people that always order them, it's like they think that because they're drinking that, they're better than you. Not Lee, not my brother, because he's just fucking trash thing. But and he knows
He
that
wants to occasionally feel fancy.
he
That's
wants to
okay.
he wants to fit in. He wants to fit into different shit.
Occasionally, I drink a land shark or a Corona.
Absolutely not.
No, I did that one time, and I was like, nope, ain't happening. I'm gonna go back to a bush.
I'm sitting here talking to y'all, and fucking the bunny just messaged me.
I love her.
Yeah, I cannot wait to do her show.
Oh, you are going on her show?
Well,
Ooh, that'd be
we
fun.
talked like probably about a month ago. She
I
added
remember you posting about it.
Yeah.
Everybody was like freaking the fuck out about it.
Yeah, so like she followed me, and I'd been following her for a long time anyway. But a lot of people don't understand it. I was surprised that she had listened to my show and knew who I was. But then I started to see like our mutual friends, like out of Nashville, and that's why.
I
Like,
love her
yeah.
story. Her and Jelly's
Yeah.
story, I fucking love.
Yeah.
Like, and I've told Jess about her, like the Dumb Blonde podcast. Look, I would go gay for Bunny, straight up, 100% would turn totally gay for Bunny.
I'll be
No
real.
doubt about it.
I'll be
She's
real.
cool as fuck.
I have a rule, and this is going to sound like the most fucked up rule ever. I think she's attractive. I do. I think she's attractive. but I can't see her like that because she's married. Even they like because they have an open relationship.
Mhm.
I am the weirdest person about respecting a marriage.
That's not.
Well, no, like I'm
all
over.
the fucked up things you say, and you think that's fucked up.
No, like I'm saying, like I'm over the top with it. Like,
There's nothing wrong with the
Yeah.
fact that you respect, even if it's an open. You're dumb. I'm gonna punch you for that.
Well,
'cause, like that's not.
it's
stupid to
it's
say.
weird. It's weird in that sense because of their open. I can't wait. Like if when we do the show or whatever, if we end up doing it. Now, let me say if because we've talked about it and everything, but if it ever happens, who fucking knows? But like I'm ready for her to like ask me some of the questions that she asked some of these other people from social media, and it's just gonna be like, these people are lying. Like there was some guys on her show not too long ago, and like she asked them, so are you trying to get laid or whatever, or do you use your social media platform to get laid? And they were like, no, of course not.
Lying asses.
And I'm over there thinking, if whatever I does doesn't get me laid or paid, well, as a single man, I'm not fucking doing it.
That's actually a very valid point.
I have a saying that I've used ever since I started like in social media and everything, like back in the very beginning of Bearded Bastard 7+ years ago. And I call it the Brett Favre rule. I'm hoping both of y'all know who Brett Favre is.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
Brett Favre is one of the few men in history that every woman has wanted to fuck and every guy has wanted to be. That is how you can become successful in social media if you're a man. Like, you have to make women want to fuck you or like you, and you got to make men want to be you.
What about for women though?
Y'all just got to be hot. You got to be hot and creative and different. Like,
actually, with the
both
trend
of
that I
y'all
fucking see, no, you got to be a fucking. If you ain't naked, even if you're hot as shit, even if you're not naked, I think we've talked about this on one of your lives before.
Yeah.
If you are, I mean, yes, sex sells. I mean, that's probably why part of our podcast is starting to pick up the way it is, because the shit we talk about. But if you can be hot as shit and make very valid fucking points, like valid points. If your titties ain't showing, your ass ain't shaking, or none of the above, get fucked.
No, you're 100% right. I've said it time and time again. If I was a female, if I was a good looking female and I was in the same position, the same age, had the same opportunities that I've had, I have fucking 30 million followers and I am rich as fuck. Like, without a doubt. There's a lot of aspects in this life that is very much harder for a woman than a man. I love country music. I love working with a country music artist and everything. That's one of the biggest fields to where if you're a woman, it's 10 times harder for you than it is a man. It's a boys club damn near. It's 10 times harder. On social media, that shit is reversed. Like, you can be a woman and have no talent and just be naked, or not even just completely naked. You can do the stupidest shit. There was a girl that has done my show. I know the bitch don't listen no more because she got married. But she had done it at one point in time. This girl could not say her goddamn ABCs. Could not say her ABCs, but she had a fat old ass and a nice body. And she had like, I don't remember what it was. It was like a couple 100,000 followers, maybe 100,000 followers or whatever. And when she lip synced a video, she was always off. Her dance moves, fucking, I could make a Michael J. Fox reference right now, but it would probably doing Michael J. Fox a disservice. He probably dances better than this bitch. He's probably got more rhythm than she does. Like, she was horrible.
Oh,
but
that goes like in our episode. We did an episode about that. I think it was called "You Can't Photoshop Real Life."
Yeah,
it talks about shit like that.
Boy, goddamn, you should put me on that one. I done went through drama the past couple of weeks talking about photoshopping and being a fake ass bitch. Whoa, boy, I could have lit y'all up. But yeah, like I like y'all, and I like women that put out, I'm more than tits and ass. I'm more than an attractive woman. I like the women that get on social media, especially TikTok is the biggest one right now. And they get on there and they look like they just got out of bed, but they're kind of homeless too. And the stuff that they put out there is positive shit for other women to see. It's positive shit for children to see. I have to cuss my kid out all the time. She's amazing. But I'll watch her looking at something. I'll catch her looking at something. And it's just like, I hope you're not idolizing this bitch. Like, this is not the type of women you need to be looking up to. Like, I get real, and that's even for like little boys too.
Man, I'm gonna say I'm glad that I don't have a girl, especially with like, and we talked about that in that Photoshop episode, was that like because of the photoshopping that's not real fucking life. Looking like that skinny, they don't really look like that. No flaws, no nothing. But having a little boy and the shit that's on social media now with guys, granted, he is very, very, very much like me. Thank the Lord, baby Jesus, because he is that hard charging. I'm a fuck, like, I got this shit. Like, I'm a badass. Like, he competes in powerlifting. He plays football. He does, like, he is a fucking boy who loves to eat dirt. Like, whatever. But, geez Louise, man, the shit he has on social media sometimes, I'm like, yo, no, absolutely fucking not.
Have you ever heard, like, me and Gracie's mother, like, we co-parent extremely good. Like, our rules on makeup and all that kind of stuff. You ever heard me talk about that live and everything? Okay. So a lot of people think that we are just the most backwoods motherfuckers about this. Like, they think that we are living in the 1600s, like Little House on the Prairie type shit. Gracie just turned 11. She still doesn't have her ears pierced. We won't let her wear makeup or anything. Like, she's doing something around the house and she wants to, because kids are going to do that shit. They're going to do little tutorials and all that bullshit. It's funny for them and everything. I won't let her do none of that stuff yet. And I don't know when I'm actually going to let her start wearing it publicly, because I want her to understand she's beautiful as she is without any accessories. Like, I want her to have that confidence in herself, that when she gets to high school and you start meeting these mean bitches, or middle school when you start meeting these mean girls or whatever, I want Gracie to be like, bitch, I look just as good, or I'm just as confident in myself without adding that stuff on. Like, I don't need that to be happy about myself, because the standard that social media sets, Photoshop sets, that everything else sets right now for women, it's where you feel like you have to be up to a standard. And you know what's the fucked up thing? Women set that standard for other women. Men did not set that standard. And I want her to know, and so does her mother, you're fucking beautiful. You don't need no additions. You're the way the good Lord made you, and the person you are, that is more than good enough. You never need an addition.
I think as 27 years old, I am grateful. My mom was the exact same way. She raised me to her and my grandma. So yes, my grandfather was a very feral, live life by the, like, grab it by the balls, fucking free spirit gypsy. And that is very much how I am. But that aspect, my mother and my grandmother taught me to be a woman and to embrace that kind of stuff. Like, true, like, the most I will ever wear, even, and I didn't really dabble into makeup probably until high school, because it was because of cheerleading. Cheerleading, obviously, you got to have the fucking glitter, the heavy eyeshadow, all that other bullshit.
That's expected, though. I mean, that's expected. That's a team, that's a team sport.
And it's so nice too. Like, I appreciate, like, the most I will ever wear is mascara and eyeliner. I don't need a face full of makeup. Like the other day when we did our spooky shoot, the photo shoot, and the girls were sitting there, or no, we were going out Saturday. We went out Saturday line dancing, and I put my clothes on. I had my eyeliner, mascara on, and I was like, all right, fuck it, let's go. And the girls
were the first one ready.
Yeah, I was just sitting there on the bed watching fucking TikTok, and the girls were like,
oh my God.
They're like, what are you doing? And I was like,
you're already done?
Yeah, that's what one of them said. They were like, you're already done? I'm like, yeah, dude, like, I don't need to do that. So, like, good on y'all. Like, no, that's not backwards. Like, yes, society says some bullshit.
Not.
And it's like, that's the one thing I love with Jess and I, is that we preach, like, this society shit is bullshit. Social media is bullshit. It's all bullshit. Like, that's one thing we do absolutely fucking preach. And I very much appreciate my mom and my grandmother raising me that way, to where I don't have to go through all that. I don't have to spend all this fucking, and there's nothing wrong. Like, for the girls that want to wear makeup and want to do that, there's nothing, you know what? You do you, boo. That's you.
The only thing I ever think that is wrong with it is I hate that men get the rep for, you're trying to look that way for us. Like, that you think that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't like that, because let me go and tell you, and I'm not a hypocrite. I am just as much of a man as anybody else. I like big fake titties, absolutely. But I just like titties, period. It could be itty bitties, it could be tig old bitties. I really don't give a shit. I just like titties. And I've always heard these women that are like, oh, I've got to go get Botox, or I've got to go get this other shit, or I got to get my ass pumped, or whatever. I wonder if these women ever think that their significant other, like, as a man, I'm not ever getting that shit. So when I look like I am fucking 80 years old when I'm only 50, what are you going to look like? I want to grow old with somebody. I don't want it to look like they're fucking frozen in time and I'm just over there just fucking wrinkle Stilson.
Well, so I will add that, Josh, I also don't think that that's, backwoods of you. I think that's very beautiful. I think it's very empowering for you as a father and your baby mama to be raising your daughter that way. Cause I feel like I wasn't necessarily told that I was ugly without makeup, but I grew up in a culture where, on top of, Southern culture, where some women were like, oh, I don't leave my bedroom without my face on. I don't leave the house without, looking all put together. And I think it's like, kind of like how you're saying, I think women just compete with other women. And it's kind of interesting how men are able to age gracefully, dad bods, the salt and pepper hair.
Where the fuck do you see gracefully over here?
Well, hear me out. But women, we're expected, quote unquote, to, look like we're frozen in time, look like we're forever 30 something. And unfortunately, as much as, Harley and I both are like, hey, ladies, do what you want to do. If that's what makes you feel beautiful, then go for it. But also you kind of have to ask yourself the question, like, why am I getting this done? Am I finding my worth only in my beauty? Is this gonna cure my insecurities? Or am I just trying to keep up with the Joneses and, do what everyone else is doing? And what we're seeing, especially on social media, is that women all look the same. They all look like carbon copies of the Kardashians.
I hate that shit. Hey, can y'all hold on 2 seconds? I got to hook up something real fast.
Yeah, you go.
There we go. I'm telling you, Logic, your fucking days are numbered. I just had to, I'm going to have to go buy something new, and I just bought that son of a bitch. Anyway,
that's why usually the cheap shit is the better shit, because it works better. They actually put love and heart into making their shit.
Same thing about women. But anyway, so Jess, finish making your point that you was just saying.
So yeah, like I just feel like a lot of women just look like each other. They're wanting to look the same. And personally, like, this isn't like, I feel like plastic surgeons are basically like building like, hey, you want to look like every other bitch? I got you. There's no originality. There's nothing to separate you from anyone else. And like, I think like there's a difference between having like a type versus, just not being brave enough to look different, to be yourself, to have unique features that make you you. It's more of like, hey, this is trendy, this is hot, I'm gonna go look like every other broad. And why would you? Like, maybe like, trends like clothes and stuff, but you're doing permanent stuff to your face. And I mean, sometimes it doesn't even look that good. And that's not me being a hater. It's just like, at what point are you going to stop? Like it doesn't stop. You start with your lips, you do your Botox, you do the wrinkles, and suddenly my friends who are 25, 26, 27, I'm 28, they all look like they're fucking 40. I'm like, this isn't aging you well. You might look good like a little bit goes a long way. So I just think with everything, there's a good thing about balance,
Well, it's just like when you start taking prescription pills when you're young. You end up growing like a fucking, not an addiction to them, but your body requires them. It depends on it. So you got to think about it. Everything in your body's a fucking muscle. You start adding stuff to it, the second it stops and it gets depleted, it's gonna fucking have a reaction. So they're not creating an everlasting look, a doctor. They're creating a look that's gonna have to be like a new car every once in a while and get like a fixer upper. You're still gonna have to go back in there for maintenance. That's fucked up to me. I understand why some women want to get it. I don't care. It don't bother me. But at the same time, I don't like it all the way. Like the fake lips, fuck the fake lips. It looks like a baboon's asshole. I don't care. It does. Like if you go overboard with it, if you're supposed to have small lips, have small lips. Maybe the guy that loves you likes small lips. It's not really fucking supposed to matter, in my opinion. And then are you talking about everybody looks alike? I don't want to fucking go to a football game and need a QR code to find my goddamn old lady because they all fucking look the same.
Yep.
I know that's boring.
Like Build-A-Bear, it's Build-A-Bitch.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a friend and I talk about her all the time. My daughter is dressing like her, and I don't know if my daughter's ever heard.
I think I know exactly who you're about to talk about.
I don't know if my daughter ever heard me say this, and she's just trying to make her daddy happy. But I got a friend named Kimberly Atwood, and Kimberly Atwood wears nothing but Goodwill clothes. She's a singer in Nashville she's fucking amazing. To me, she's probably going to be like the next Leanne Womack or something like that. That's how good this girl is. She's amazing. But you know what she wears? Nothing but bell-bottom jeans, and she wears like grandma sweaters. She never really fixes her hair up too much or whatever. She wears big sunglasses, and she wants you to see her for her talent. She doesn't want to be just another bitch in Nashville. Like she wants to be somebody that stands out, and she does shit her own way. She doesn't want to look like anybody else. And that's what I like when women are I don't have a type. I've never had a type, but I like the ones that stand out, but it maybe stand out in their own way.
Exactly. And that in itself is beautiful. And I wish that we would tell each other that, tell our daughters, our nieces, and whoever else that is okay to be uniquely you. And you, like, when we all come together, we all bring something to the table, like, you know, your sense of humor, your kindness, whatever. Like, it's not always about looks. And I only say that because I remember I was the first Latina in my class, and not in my school, but in my class. And I'm going to call myself out here. I've talked about this before. I used to be so ashamed of my lips. They're not even that big, but apparently to, you know, a predominantly white school, they're bigger than most girls. I would tuck in my lips to make them look smaller.
How the fuck do you tuck your lips in?
So you know, like how do I describe it? Like,
and we're talking about the mouth lips, by the way.
I feel like she's gumming her goddamn teeth when she says that.
Basically, yeah. I just tuck them in, like kind of like, you know, like Cindy Lou Who from The Grinch. Like, yeah, you just tuck them in. And because I already felt like I had a big nose, and I think someone told me in grade school, like, oh, you got a big nose and big lips, like just making fun of my features. And I think I took that to heart. And the past couple years, I've been just trying to embrace myself. I'm all natural. I haven't had any work done, and I'm letting go of those little things that I used to do to make myself small. So now I'm very outspoken. I say how I feel. I'm very opinionated, and I'm coming into terms in who I am as a woman. And, you know, I'm not going to just sit by idly and have society tell me how I should look, how I should act, what have you. So yeah, I my lips are a decent size, and I'm no longer tucking them in because I think that they are beautiful. I think that they're great. They're lips, but they don't necessarily define me, whether you have them or not. Or, you know, if you have, like you said earlier, if you got small boobs, if you got big boobs, like, you're beautiful inside and out, and that's what makes you attractive to, you know, whomever, the opposite sex, or even to yourself. But I think what I want to get at is, if you're going to get work done, I think you also need to do the work internally.
Absolutely.
Like, I think that's where you will find that balance. Like, you won't keep on getting more work done because you're still trying to seek that validation. You're like, hey, no, I did a little bit and I look good, and that's it.
I think most people that do a lot of that, they're trying to find confidence. Like, yes. I found mine. I used to be like 330 something pounds. I'm like 220 now, 225 or whatever.
Oh, wow.
But
awesome.
Good for you.
But I would have been fine being fat as fuck if I was confident. I just wasn't confident. Now, like last time we was out in Nashville, it's to me, the biggest show that I've done that has showed the advancement of my career was doing a show at a bar in Live Oak, which is one of the biggest bars in Nashville. And
I love that one.
Yeah, it's my fave. I got to do a show on stage there with some of my friends. And I used to think that like somebody was paying attention to like what the fuck I was wearing or whatever. Like I had as a man, I had to have on a fucking polo or fucking something expensive. I had on a $7 Walmart button-up flowered shirt because I fucking liked it.
It looked good. You looked good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Them good jeans on too.
Oh, them jeans make everything look good. I'm telling you, I don't know what them jeans do to your fucking front area, but there ain't that much there for it to be looking that good. Like that bitch be poking out, and it's like, all right, Dan, I hear you. Good job, Levi.
I see you.
Yeah, but like I used to would have never been caught dead with a fucking Walmart shirt on out in public, and it wasn't. It was me not having confidence in myself. Right now, I wear my goddamn Crocs everywhere. Unless I got my boots on, I ain't doing nothing to where I need an athletic shoe on. Not a damn thing. And I think a lot of these people try to find confidence in stuff that you're not going to find confidence in. You got to be comfortable with yourself. You got to come to terms where I got big fucking lips. I got a big nose. Like you can't see it because I got a mustache. But I got I can eat a fucking apple through a barbed wire fence and not touch it with these goddamn horse teeth I got.
Oh my goodness.
But I've found out, especially being around these people that are considered artists, and I'm not just talking about musicians, I'm talking about people that are just artists. You find out originality is the sexiest thing you can have. Being different is sexy. Looking like everybody else or trying to fit in, you're fucking the same as everybody else. Why would you want that? I want to stand the fuck out. A lot of people think being the center of attention is a bad thing. No, it's not. Not if you don't ask for it. Like if you end up being the fucking center of attention because you're having a good time, that means everybody's jealous.
Exactly. And you want to be impressionable. You want to make an impression on people. You want to be memorable, and you're not going to be that if you're doing the same thing as everyone else. You look like everyone else. And like I said, there's a difference between like, especially ladies, like ladies love to stay trendy with clothes and stuff, but it's almost like just copy paste. Like I'm seeing the same stuff on Instagram, or especially in cities like Nashville. They're
all dressed the same. Every one of them are dressed the fucking. No, they look good. Now, don't get me wrong. I like the little product.
Tired of guessing your glucose levels all the time? How about a better way to manage your diabetes? Introducing the Eversense E3 CGM system, the only 6-month continuous glucose monitoring system. With real-time glucose readings every 5 minutes delivered to your mobile device and exceptional accuracy over 6 months, Eversense E3 gives you readings you can count on.
For important safety information and to learn more about Eversense, visit eversensediabetes.com/safety. Accuracy evaluated in adult populations with 2 calibrations per day or less.
How about we heat things up tonight?
How so?
Get a little fresh, add some steam, sizzle, and spice.
Wait, you're talking about going to Outback again, aren't you? Fire things up at Outback Steakhouse. For a limited time, try our bloomin' fried shrimp or get fresh with our new strawberry salad. Go big with our bone-in ribeye or the filet and grilled shrimp on the barbie. Then cool off with a cucumber crush or peanut koala. Try them all before they're gone. Let's Outback.
Private boutiques sell shit that's a little bit different than like people are going to order in bulk online. Or like I like that stuff. But you go to Nashville, even like when we was just in Panama or whatever, you'll see one basic woman, and there's going to be 15, 30 other basic bitches that's got the same outfit on in a different color. Or
white
exactly
boots and sparkly fringe.
That shit pisses me off so fucking much because I hate it. I hate all the glitter and just all the fakeness of it. I hate when I see a woman wearing a fucking cowboy hat and you ain't a cowgirl.
Oh,
no, like if you want to wear like a regular fucking cowboy hat, I'm talking about like a regular one, a nice, nothing sparkly, nothing fucking outrageous about it. That's a good look to me. Women look really good in that shit. You don't have to be a cowgirl, but don't go get a fucking bedazzled fucking cowboy hat and then being like, oh, I'm a cowgirl. I'm gonna wear
one for you. Look at this.
Oh no,
Harley. Hold on. There's a story behind this. No, there's a story behind it. There's a story. Listen.
Oh, okay, sure.
So I went to Nashville for my birthday last year. It was me and a group. We went to Nashville. So I have this really, I don't know if I'm gonna call it a toxic trait, but it's a toxic trait. that every bar, no matter where I'm at in the country, like anywhere I go, I have to take a souvenir. Okay. Whether it's something.
You're a thief.
No, no. There's even a video of me. I said by the end of this, because we went to Whiskey Bent, because I was like, that's where I want to be, because there was a fucking fiddle player. It's a fucking Hank Jr. bar. My birthday. They had Red Stag. Your girl was in heaven. Whatever. It was a bachelorette party. Go fucking figure. And I said, by the end, we walked in there and I said, that's going to be my souvenir before we leave this bar. Not even 5 fucking minutes were we there. I got that bitch.
No
and they took a video of me. They were like, they couldn't find me because I had put the hat on and was intermingled in the group, and they didn't realize that I got put into the group. That's where that came from.
I steal whiskey glasses from everywhere I go.
So do I. So all of my glasses in my house.
Everywhere.
Yep. Every glassware in my house is literally from bars or what the fuck ever. Like, it's literally, I'm a piece of shit. And my shot glasses.
I don't think you're a piece of shit at all. I steal forks and knives because I'm not fucking buying them.
I love that. I have a flag too that I stole from the is it the Trailer Park Bar? Is that what that's called? You know which one I'm talking about? And it's on Broadway. But it's a trailer park. Like, it's a whatever. It's supposed to resemble that.
All right, you're talking about Redneck Riviera.
That one. They had it's sitting over here, but from that bar, they had a Bud Light seltzer flag right where we were standing, and it was only us where we were standing. And I was 50 Shades of the Wind, but whatever. Ripped that shit off the wall, stuffed it in my shirt, and we left.
Oh my goodness.
I will steal something in a heartbeat like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's stories behind
memories.
Never in my fucking life will I ever buy shit like that. I don't give a fuck. I'm in the same boat as you. I will never bedazzle a fucking cowgirl hat. I will never. No, fuck no. That's why it sits on my wall with the rest of my souvenirs, because I will never, like, I don't think you can see it because my ring light, it even like.
Oh no, it lights up.
You either stole that or you had to suck a lot of dick to get it for free.
Oh hell no!
That was a prize. That was a prize.
Literally, they just gave it to me. So that was the easiest souvenir, and it was around Christmas time. So like other bars had Christmas trees with shit on them.
Yeah.
Oh, best believe every bar that had a Christmas tree, I took some off that.
Oh my goodness!
I just self-incriminated myself. Oh well.
Fuck it. Who cares? You know how many times I've told stories on here that I should go to jail for?
Oh God.
I could only imagine.
I promise you, my ass should be in a lot of trouble, a lot of fucking trouble, and I'm not. I don't give a fuck.
Oh,
well, one thing that y'all got to remember is y'all doing the show too, and I didn't tell y'all this before, and I don't know why, because I always have to say it to every guest. I don't know why I didn't do it, y'all. But this is entertainment. The people that are listening to you, they just want to be entertained. They don't know whether you're telling a lie or you're telling a story. There's a lot of fucking times. Maybe I embellish, maybe I don't. Maybe I overshare, maybe I undershare. But they don't know that. So when you got a chance to tell it,
true.
So you are in the you're in the entertainment business. That's why you can say shit as long as it doesn't hurt somebody. It's not a lie. That's one thing you can't lie.
No, you
can embellish. You can embellish. You can't lie. I could be like, yeah, I wanted to write Jeffrey Dahmer's mom. And these glasses right
I'm
here.
about to say them glasses. You're getting there.
Well, we both kill some pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Because
I forgot he was gay. I forgot he was gay.
Dummy.
By the way, shout out to all the gays that listen to this. I love you guys. I love all the things y'all do, just not what you do. I have a huge gay following.
No way.
They love.
I mean, look at you. Why
they love
wouldn't
me.
you?
They love me. The gays fucking adore me. You know why though?
And I wear them Levi jeans.
Oh, they like that shit too. But they like that I don't treat them any different.
Right. I think you don't tiptoe around them like most people do. Yeah.
Yeah. So like my love language is talking shit. If I don't talk shit to you, I don't like you, because I don't know how to constantly be like, oh, you're so pretty, or oh, you're my best friend ever, or anything like that. There comes times that you have to tell someone that. There's sometimes that they need reassurance. The rest of the time, I'm like, what the fuck are you wearing? Like, what the fuck? You didn't want to cover up all your foreheads today? Like, what's going on here? Like that. But I do that to anybody that is different than me too. I don't care if you're an atheist, if you're gay, if you're whatever. if you are a different culture that doesn't understand a fucking thing about me, if you're nice to me, I'm going to treat you the way I would treat my best friend.
Absolutely.
And it's up to you to understand that, because I'm not saying anything in hate. I'm literally showing you that, hey, you're my fucking dude. You're my fucking girl. You can roast me as hard as as I roast you. I have to tell everybody, especially the women. Some reason I didn't do it with y'all, I think, because y'all already do this shit.
Yeah.
But I tell them, like, look, if I make a smart ass comment to you, please roast me. I want it. If I'm like, you've sucked a lot of dick, and you would be like, well, only the big ones, so you don't qualify. Like, you can say that
right,
shit.
you gotta,
to me.
yeah, you gotta be able to spit it
Like,
back.
Don't
be so sensitive.
Go back at me, like fucking tear me a new one. But if you were to go out with me and my friends, you would think that we hate each other, the way we speak to each other. Me and Lee Tucker and Mark Ord and Dustin Heron are the world's worst about it. We would treat each other like the biggest pieces of shit on the planet. But towards the end of the night, when it's time to go, everybody's getting a hug. Everybody's, man, I love you. Be careful getting home. All that type of shit. Like that's our love language.
Yeah.
And so I don't see the need in treating anybody different than I would treat the people that I actually love in this world.
Yeah, you keep it real. I love that.
And that's why the gays love me. The only ones that's ever got mad, is the ones that are really uptight. Like the ones that are really real. Gay men never have got mad at me. I never ever have got mad at me. I made a joke on TikTok one time. I made a video. This is like when I first started mine, when I opened my studio, because I never wanted to have a TikTok where I thought it was something that if my child had it, it wasn't cool.
Right.
I was the same exact way.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm not fucking doing this. When I found out it was like the easiest marketing tool for this show and it was going to help blow my show up, I was fucking cool with it. But I had made a joke one time about the Transformers. I call the transsexuals Transformers, but then I call them like Optimus Fine because I think it's funny. And I said how one time I had ran into somebody that was a transsexual at a bar. They could have took me home. I mean, they wouldn't have. A second, they would have opened up and divulged that they were not a woman. I'd have been like, I'm out, but goddamn, you're good looking.
Mm-hmm.
I said that, and everybody was like, it takes some balls to fucking say that. And one person got mad, it seems like, and shared it a lot and made videos about it. And it's like, oh, you wouldn't take them home just because they didn't have a vagina. How fucking heterosexual or whatever you. And it's like, no,
That's
like
your preference.
I
though,
like
so-
pussy. Like, there's nothing that when you lift that skirt up or whatever they had on that night that I'm gonna find that I'm like, oh goddamn.
Don't lie. You
I've been
low-key
looking
like
for
to get
the-
pegged. You just
Absolutely
curiosity.
not.
Don't lie. It's okay.
I
Look,
dated
we encourage you embracing your sexuality.
Yeah.
That's a big thing we do on Two Broads. Don't lie. That's why you put on this hard charging. Yep.
No.
Yep. Don't
If
even.
I am one of those that I will tell you, if I wanted to suck dick, I'd suck dick. If I wanted my ass played with, I'd tell you. I know what the hell comes out of there. Don't go
Look,
close
a
to it.
male G spot's back there. It's
I don't
okay.
care. I also know what it feels like to get some good head. I'd rather feel that. I've always said this to folks. This is the bad thing about the guys that end up liking that shit. Okay. If you like it and you're going to be with that person forever, or you're comfortable talking about it, all means let that bitch do whatever nasty shit you want done to you behind closed doors, whatever your kink is. That's fine. I don't give a fuck. It has nothing to do with me. But this is the aspect that nobody ever thinks of. One reason why you ain't nobody ever touching my butthole, because if I like it and we don't work out, I got to tell the next bitch to touch my butthole.
That's such a valid point.
Yeah,
Though. Like you find a new
yeah.
kink and you're
Yeah.
like,
And it's,
fuck, man, I'm never gonna get that back.
yeah, it's like that person ain't never coming back to do that nasty shit to me. All right. But
I felt that though.
yeah, you know,
Because like
know.
when I figured out that like I was a super sub and like figured out that like
a
basically just
super
have
sub.
have your fucking way with me. Like we won't go down that rabbit hole. But when I figured that out and then we didn't end up working out, I was like, God, how do you explain that to somebody? Like,
Yeah.
I
the
don't
next
do this
person.
vanilla shit. Like, how do you? Yeah, okay. Our favorite word on the podcast is fucking communicate, but I don't want to right off the rip say like,
Yeah.
Man, just have your fucking way with me, please.
Yeah, because you just don't know how they'll take it. They're
There
like,
was
will they run for the hills or like
Or the daddy kink and shit. Like, I don't know
Right.
if you fucking like
I
that or not.
hate that shit. I hate the daddy kink.
Yep.
That
That's
is,
hit or miss.
yeah.
that's because I'm a dad, bitch. One person
Exactly,
gets
yeah.
to call me that.
Hey
That
man,
makes
there's a lot.
sense.
There's a lot of dads who do like it. I'm
See,
just
I
like,
feel
Well-
weird saying it to actual dads. That's
Yeah.
when I like, even if I'll do it because I know it satisfies the guy, I
Yeah.
will not do it if I know
No.
they're an actual dad. Because then it's just like,
Creepy.
what are you thinking about when I say that?
I'm looking over to my phone to see if my child is calling. No, like fuck
Right,
that.
yeah,
But I respect people that are open about it, like how you just said, going from one partner to the next after you figure out you like something or whatever. There was a girl I dated when I lived in Macon, and I dated her for a very short time, but she was like literally a dominatrix. Like that's the shit that she liked. And I was young. I was like, you know what? This bitch is so bad. Let's just, let's see where it goes. Let's just see what happens or whatever. And let me tell you, it got about 5 minutes in, and I was like, look, bitch, I really like you. Are good looking, but I got to go. There ain't none of this shit finna happen.
Oh
but,
no.
but she was honest with me about it.
Oh, okay, that's good.
And
that's good.
and that's what's cool. That's why I felt like, because she was honest with me about it, I could be honest with her about it.
Mm.
And when it didn't work for me, I knew that in the long run it wouldn't work for her, and it was just best to fucking go our separate ways.
Right.
You don't block each other's blessings, regardless if it's a kink blessing. If that's gonna make you happy, you go ahead and get the fuck out the way for somebody else.
I really like that phrase because I mean, why would you? And it's not for everyone, and that's okay. I don't like how people try to force that. You can't force it, it's that ain't right.
Whether it's sex or whatever in a relationship, you cannot
Exactly.
force it. It does not matter what it is. If you're always forcing something, there's only one thing in this world that I know of that if you force, it makes better, and that's coal in the diamonds. You force a fart, you're gonna end up shitting on yourself. That's the same. That's the same
No,
thing with a
that's true.
fucking relationship. You can
Yes.
think that somebody is just the fucking perfectest person ever,
Mhm.
and if it don't work, it don't work.
Yeah, because I felt like I met a lot of dudes who, or I've dated a few guys who basically they want another guy to sleep with. They want someone who watches the same sports, has the same hobbies, and just does the same things that they do. And at the end of the night, you get to sleep with each other. And if I had different hobbies, or wasn't really into it, I would still be supportive. But it ended up not really working because we just didn't vibe well. Because I felt like I didn't want to
you-
do all of those things. that
Did
they
you
want
say
to.
you had a guy that wanted to date other guys?
No, she's got a
No.
point though. I was literally about to say. So like, it's
I'm confused about what you said.
No. Like same as their person, like as a guy personality. Like it's not social norm for a girl. So for example, for me to be super into fucking football. Like I'm in a fantasy league. Like football is my fucking favorite sport. I competed in powerlifting. Like we can talk about like guy things or sports. Now that's because that's a social norm for like guys to be into these are guy things and these are fucking girl things and like things like that. That's what she's getting at. And I was like, when you said that, I was like, oh, that's a good point. Like a guy personality, but a girl that he can fuck, pretty much.
Those are fun.
Yeah. So like, for example, like for one guy in general, like he was a big golfer and he loved hockey and hiking. And I checked all those boxes for him, but there were certain other hobbies that I didn't necessarily enjoy, but I would go out and still do with him. And he basically just wanted, again, like it felt like he just wanted like a dude personality. Or like, just like Harley said, just like things that dudes like, but then at the end of the night we get to sleep with each other. And I felt like because I didn't check those other boxes, like he was just disappointed and he didn't really put any more effort into the relationship.
Well, was
And I
he
like,
was he honest about what he wanted from the get-go though?
yeah, we both were. And I think it was like, I think because we both started off with like, liking the hockey and golf and hiking and like just being out in the mountains and stuff like that, that he thought everything else would cross over, or that I would just be kind of like a yes girl, like, oh yeah, I totally love that. And don't get me wrong, like I'll go with you when you go fly fishing or you want to do this, you do that, and I'll accompany you. But because I wouldn't partake in it, he was kind of like, oh, you're not the one for me. And I'm just kind of like,
Well, fuck that guy in the first place.
yeah,
'Cause-
it was like weird.
I don't want a woman to do everything with me.
We literally talked about this. I think in one of our episodes.
I don't want a woman to do everything. You know what I want? If I go to a football game, a baseball game, and you want to go, fucking go. If not, you better be cool with me going with my boys.
Exactly.
And coming home shit face. If I want to go play golf and you don't like playing golf, you better know that I'm playing as much as I fucking want to. And then I'm gonna come home shit face to you. Same thing with a woman though. You should be able to go do whatever the fuck you want to. You should ask me, hey, you want to go to Target with me today? No. And you better be, but you should be cool with that. If I say no, that should be you and your girl's time. But there are things that the reason why you want to get in a relationship, because the best relationships are two whole people that make each other a whole lot better.
Exactly.
Okay. You don't need a broken half-ass person trying to be with another broken half-ass person, or a whole person being with a broken person, because then somebody's dependent on somebody else. Yeah. Like I don't need you to fix nothing about me. The best relationship is going to be you make every situation better if you can be there. Otherwise, I should be happy in that situation by my fucking self.
Exactly. It felt very codependent.
I think like the best relationships too. A lot of people don't believe in this. Like I'm the type of person, like we do not have to be up each other's assholes.
Absolutely not.
I do not like texting all day. We don't have to be we do not have to talk. Like if I'm at work, you're at work, maybe check in, or hey, if you want to do, especially if we work in the same area, be like, hey, you want to go get lunch or something like that. Like we do not have to be up each other's assholes. But I truly believe that you should have your own hobbies. Like share stuff that you like. Yeah. Like go to a football game together. Fuck yeah, I'm so down for that. But if I want, like you said, you want to go golfing, go golfing. I'm not into that shit. That's what you got with your boys. If you want to have a boys' night, guess what? I'm going to have a girls' night with my crew and go line dancing. Would I want you to enjoy that with me too? Sometimes, yes. But sometimes I just want to be with my fucking girls. Yeah. Just like you want to be with your fucking guys.
Exactly.
I don't believe relationships that need to be in each other's assholes 24/7. And that's when people start being crazy. Shit just starts happening. Like, no, like you need to have your own individuality is for things to work. And a lot of people don't see that way, but I truly believe that's how it should work.
One of the wildest nights of my life, as far as in behind closed doors. I don't share a lot about my sexual life with anybody. That's between me and whoever the fuck it's with. But one of the best nights of my life was me and this girl were talking, and we had decided we couldn't figure out, like her friends wanted to do one thing, me and my friends wanted to do something else or whatever. And we literally said, you know what? You go out with your girlfriends tonight. I'm going to go out with my guys. And at the very end of the night, we're just going to meet back at the same place. We both met back there, and both of us were extremely happy. We had a great time. We knew the whole night that we were coming home to one another. And it was just like, you could throw any fucking idea against the wall and it was going to stick that night. Like, it didn't matter. It was just, had two happy people that knew that, hey, you know what? Even though I haven't been with you all night, I was thinking about you. We wasn't possessive. We were not possessive about it. We just enjoyed our night and had fun. But the whole time we both knew where we were going to end. So we got to let loose all night. And then we got to let loose even more when we got back together. And I always thought that was cool. And I wish that person's still the best to this day, because it wasn't like a bad breakup or anything. Like it didn't work. And that's what I think a lot more people need to do. There's too many people that are obsessive. Like, fucking obsessive. I will never, ever be upset. I might be obsessed with you and love you unconditionally, but I'm not going to be like, oh, you have to be by me all the time.
Yeah. You don't want like a resentful partner that's like, oh, well, and resentful or like insecure. Like, oh, what were you doing with your guy friends? Like picking up sluts, like you don't want that. And I wouldn't want that reciprocated to me. So kind of like how you were saying, you want two people who are whole and fulfilled in themselves and their lives, and y'all come together and y'all make something great. I think a lot of people miss that point, and that's why a lot of things kind of fall through the cracks.
Yeah. If I can do everything in my life by myself, I have no need to have a partner. If I'm going to have a partner, they're supposed to make my situation better. They're not supposed to take away from what I'm already doing. You're not supposed to fucking be a drain on my life. The second you become a burden or a drain on my life, I have to realize it does not matter how much I love you, how much I care about you. I can't fucking do this no more. Like,
Yeah.
fuck this. There's something better. And the thing is, this is where a lot of people miss it though. When they're like, you'll get people that feel bad because they make that decision to better themselves.
Right.
They forget this one point. That person is going to find the person that fits them better too. Like, you're helping the person that you might be breaking their heart or whatever right now, but they're going to find somebody that wants to fucking have somebody that's obsessed with them that won't go. I got a buddy, swear to God, I love him, his family to death. His wife can't fucking get out of his goddamn back pocket. This motherfucker goes to work. She's in his back pocket. This motherfucker goes to the golf course in the back pocket. We can't go do nothing. She's in his back pocket. He never gets a chance to breathe. Thing about this dude, though, he literally would give this girl the world. And he has. I mean, he literally has. But she's never quit being obsessive. You let two people that are obsessive with each other, let them fucking get together and then let them build a little fucking hole in the ground and they can stay there for the rest of eternity and just be fucking obsessed with each other and let the rest of the world go on and have a good time.
Yeah, there was a quote I saw or like a tweet, and it was basically along the lines of like, your ex won't find someone better than you. They'll find someone better for them than you. And that's okay. And you'll do the exact same thing. And I think that's like a very mature perspective, you know, like how you were just saying, like, it was great and it was all that, and we didn't have like a bad ending. Like, I really admire that line right there, because I feel like a lot of folks feel like they have to have a bad ending or they have to hate their exes. And yeah, sure, maybe you do have a falling out or things don't really pan out how you wanted them to, but the less drama the better, because again, you're moving on and you're happy. You should allow them to move on and be happy as well. I don't understand that kind of like resentment.
Well, you let them find their fit.
Exactly.
You're not their fit. They look.
And that's okay.
Everybody that is listening to this show right now, you have been attracted to somebody. The sex has been good with somebody, but you knew nothing else was going to work out. You know, you literally knew that this isn't going to be good. I had a teacher in high school. I reference this as much as I can. I had a teacher that told me, and I'll remember it to the day I get married. I guess that's when it would stop being accurate. But he said, you don't ever date anybody you can't see yourself married.
Oh, that's good.
You can have fun with those people, but you have to be honest with them people. And then you have to know in yourself, hey, look, I'll go and tell you, I'm a weak ass man. The reason why I don't casually date is because I like to casually fuck. I like women. I don't want to be fucking tied down. I don't want to have somebody that if I'm dating you, I don't want to be at a bar and somebody come along and they fucking want to slow dance or something and steal my attention. Because at that point in my life, if I'm where I'm at now, I'm going to fucking dance with you. I'm going to have a good time with you. But I don't want to hurt somebody else's feelings while I'm doing it though. That's why I do not casually date. I think that it's stupid. I think you literally I'm like I told you a while ago, I'm 35 years old. I've gone this long without getting married. I can go another however many years till I find the person that I want to be with. There's a quote that I read one time.
I thought you did get married.
No, I've never been married. I've never been married. I'm weird about marriage. I'm telling you, I'm so weird about marriage because I've been spoiled by my family. My grandparents and everything have showed me what it's like to have a real marriage outside of social media, outside of the world we live in now. And I'm not settling until I fucking get that. There was something I said at one point in time, and every once in a while I get drunk and I say some good shit. And it was like, I would rather spend 35 years looking for the right person and only have 1 week with that right person than just to casually just like get married and fucking divorce and all that type of shit and everything. Like, but not enough people, especially where like I'm from, do you think you're supposed to do that? You think that the stepping stones for success is getting out of high school, going to college, getting married, having babies, and forgetting about your dreams and your passions. One reason why a lot of people around where I live don't like me, my hometown is the one town over. You got so many haters and so many jealous motherfuckers of me over there. And the reason is because I get to do what I want to every day because I chased my dreams. I didn't settle. All those people that work a 9 to 5, that they love that, by all means, I'm proud of you. I'm not saying that what I do is any better than you. I don't think it is. I just am getting to do what I want to do, and I'm happy doing it. And I chased my dreams. There's a lot of people that are, have y'all ever heard somebody that could sing their fucking ass off, but they were too scared to fucking ever pick up an instrument or go fucking try to play an open mic night or whatever? Like, I've seen it so many times, and it's just, they're scared of the disappointment. They're scared of being let down.
Yeah.
And I'm not like that. I'm not wired that way. I realize that this ain't a fucking dress rehearsal. You got one life. You're supposed to make every fucking day as happy as possible. And you're not supposed to let anybody steal your joy. When they start stealing your joy and they start making life hard, fuck them. Get the fuck out of there, dude.
That's one thing I've really embraced, especially when my grandfather passed away back in February. I took that really hard. Like, you can attest to that. Like, I took that death super hard. But the one thing that because of that death, it made me embrace living, made me think more. Like, I've been embracing like the gypsy soul even more, but life is not that fucking serious. It's really not. Like, we're all we're supposed to have like all of our shit together by this certain age. We're supposed to have kids, married, be blah, 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 happy. No, for some people, that's not. Like, social norms are fucking bullshit. Social media is bullshit. Like, do what you think is best for you and fuck what society says, because again, life is not that fucking serious. And I've embraced that so much, probably a little too much at times.
No, not at all. I think y'all both said it really best. It's just, you have this one life to live. And I mean, you're doing what you want to do, and that intimidates a lot of people who have been held back by their own fears. And when you have certain things happen to you or don't happen to you, whether that be a passing or traumatic experiences. For us, like Harley and I have both been in the military, and I feel like that in itself, along with just living your life, you've really truly lived your life. And so when you go back to those small towns or people that grew up with you and they're comfortable in their complacency, you're going to intimidate them because they never stepped out of their shell and you did. But it's not impossible. You can be that example to tell people like, hey, it doesn't take for these horrible things to happen or for someone to pass away for you to put, just hands on and get control of your life again and truly live your life how you want to. Because at the end of the day, if you're not hurting nobody, whatever you do to make yourself happy or rebuild your happiness after going through XYZ, then absolutely do it, because we want to see people do better, thrive. I feel like Harley and I both, we see a lot of haters in the veteran community, and that makes no sense, because we don't want our brothers and sisters to be, struggling with substance abuse or struggling with mental health issues, or unfortunately, there is the suicide problem. We don't want people to end up that way, but yet you talk shit and you belittle anyone and everyone who's out there trying to get a piece of the pie, who's living their life, who's, putting their best foot forward and just doing whatever makes them happy. It makes no sense. And I will be damned if I am anything like that. I'm not going to be a hater. If you're doing your thing, you're doing whatever makes you happy. Hell yeah, brother. Do your thing. Like, let your freak flag fly. but yeah, like, let it fry. But like I said, what I'm not going to do is belittle someone for whatever makes them happy. If you're married with kids and that fulfills you, hell yeah. If you're out there single, living your life, being a good friend, doing good stuff in your community, hell yeah. I love that too. And it doesn't have to look the same for everybody. I think, especially like once we're reaching our 30s, mid 30s, whatever age you are, it's just
old as fuck.
Accepting what life has given you and making the best out of it, because it's not going to look the same for everybody. And if you keep comparing yourself, of course you're going to be miserable.
Well, the thing that did it for me, the listeners know this. I don't know if y'all know this. Best and worst day of my life, besides for my daughter being born, was 2010. Tried to commit suicide, had battles with depression, anxiety all the time, like growing up. Didn't know I had it. I didn't fucking know anything about it. And I was medicated for about a year, and then I decided, no, I'm going to figure this shit out, because I don't think medication, even fucking 12 years ago, I knew that it killed my personality. Like I didn't want to be a part of it. So what I had to do was I had to like have some like some self-realization or whatever, like figure out what works for me, what don't work for me, my triggers, all this kind of thing. One of the things, and it goes along exactly what you were just saying, the people that have the fuck it attitude or I don't care attitude usually are the ones that do the most. But the second that you realize, my thing always was this: I thought everybody was talking about me. I thought everybody was always in one way or another concerned with what I was doing. The second I realized that nobody gives a fuck about what you're doing because they're dealing with their own shit.
Yep.
And then two, if they are concerned with you, they're fucking miserable and they're living vicariously through you.
Yes.
So
fucking.
So either way, if you actually can develop the I don't care personality, it's a win-win. Like, it doesn't matter. No one is either thinking about you, they don't give a fuck about you. And I mean that in the best way possible. You're literally not on their fucking mind. My anxiety and my depression back in the day used to tell me when I walked into a lunchroom, when I walked into a gym, when I walked on the football field, baseball field, that everybody was speaking negatively of me. Like, they didn't give a fuck about me, but not bad. They just were dealing with their own shit. They didn't have room in their mind for me. And that's even today. If you act like you don't care and you just live your life and you do what is best for you, your family, your friends, your loved ones, and other people want to bring your name up or whatever, oh, baby, they're more miserable than you are. At least you are doing what makes you happy. The second you make yourself happy, all the people that are miserable are going to come at you. Somebody told me this one time, and I really hate this one bitch told me this because she's really gets on my nerves. She said thieves don't break into empty houses.
Oh.
And I never ever viewed it that way. The people that are attacking you know that you have something to offer, and they don't. So they're trying to take it from you. The people that have something to offer, they never come for you. The people that are successful in my area are never the ones talking shit about me. They don't even know I exist, and I'm fine with that. It's always the person that is never going to get out of their small town mindset. The people that are never, ever going to change, and they're fucking miserable. Those are the ones that are going to try to break in and steal what you've got.
Absolutely. And that's one thing, like with the military, like when I first changed my jobs, because I originally was artillery and then I got hurt, whatever. That's the shitty part with military. Like if you get hurt or something, you're automatically, everybody's talking shit about you. You're a shit bag. Even if you trying to get better, your label, it doesn't matter what you do. And now I have, oh my God, I have like the best setup in the whole fucking world. Like I get to help Marines with their mental health. I get to go speak. Like I deal with a bunch of higher ups. Like a couple weeks ago, I got to go speak at the Secretary of Defense's Suicide Prevention Forum. Like that was super fucking cool. And I just recently found out they're coming back next week to talk about domestic violence. And I'm fucking doing shit for that too, which is, if you know my backstory, like I know you guys, well, Jess, you do, but that's a really big deal for me. I get to help. Like my purpose in life, I feel like, is to help people and to not necessarily serve people, but to help people. Yeah. And that's what I love about this podcast that Jess and I do, because as much as we talk about dumb shit and occasionally we'll have like a serious talk, but it has definitely helped me embrace of just not giving a fuck, because I'm real about it. I'm authentic about it. It's not, I'm walking on, eggshells or tiptoeing anymore. Like, and I have become a lot fucking happier once I realized, like you talked about the anxiety of everybody's talking about me or everybody's talking shit or hating or this and that. Like I try to push that on my Marines or people that I encounter to help. Like, I promise you, do what you want to fucking do, because all that matters at the end of the day is that only you can take care of yourself. It doesn't matter how many therapy sessions or medication or people you surround yourself by. Yes, a good support system helps, but at the end of the day, you are only going to be able to help yourself no matter what mental states you are in. You can be the happiest fucking person in the world, and then one motherfucker comes through and ruins it all for you. And they're like, nah, fuck this shit. Like he didn't, like, for example, I just got my heart broken, like into a million fucking pieces. Like it shattered me for a day. And then the next day I was like, nah, fuck that bitch. Like I'm a dope ass fucking person. I don't care. I know my worth. And knowing that, and this podcast has definitely helped me realize my self-worth. Like, this is me, nothing less, nothing more. And guess what, motherfuckers? I'm here. Accept it or not, I don't fucking care. Like, it has changed my life so much.
That is where what I'm about to say is fucking the craziest thing you're ever going to hear from a bald, bearded, thick, white Southern man.
Thick.
This is why everybody needs to act like the Proud Gates and be proud of who you are and everything that you actually love. There's a lot of shit that some folks do that I don't like, and I don't want it pushed on me. But one thing I absolutely respect about anybody is when you figure out who you are and what makes you happy, and you say, fuck everything else, that you just want to be the person that you think that you're meant to be, the person you were born to be. There's something about that when I hear people that have just finally figured it out. You can figure it out at 20, figured it out at fucking 50. I don't know when people figure it out. For me, probably around 30, that I just didn't care anymore. That I was just ready to be the version of me that I like the best. Not what you fucking like the best, but the version of me that I like the best. And I wasn't fucking settling. Like, I don't want to do anything. I said it earlier. You got one fucking life. You got to make the most of it while you're fucking here. There's too many people that I would imagine while they're sitting on their deathbeds or they're telling their loved ones goodbye and all this kind of stuff, they're going to have those what ifs or I wish I coulds or whatever. I'm not. I might leave this world fucking broke. David Allan Coe. I don't know. David Allan Coe is about one of the most racist motherfuckers that ever walked this earth. Not really. He's got some racist songs when he was younger, but who doesn't? Who doesn't? But there's a concert that he did at Billy Bob's in Texas.
Oh,
I love Billy Bob's. But he has something that he said that as a child, when I heard it, and my parents had the DVD, I was like, this sounds fucking stupid. But this is the stupidest fucking thing I ever heard. But now I get it. He said that when people walk past other people's caskets and they say, damn, they look good. They look like they're sleeping. David Allan Coe said, fuck that shit. He said, I don't want when you walk past my coffin, I want you to be like, God damn, he looks horrible. And he was talking about he didn't want another ounce of life left in him. He wanted to live every opportunity that was given to him. He wanted his tank on E when he died. And that is how I am. I go hard now. I'll tell you, everybody thinks I'm drunk all the time. If I'm in Cochran and I got Gracie, I'm 35. She's 11. She's never seen me drunk. She might've seen me had a beer or two or whatever. My child's never seen me drunk. She'll never see me drunk because of the way I grew up. But now when I ain't got my child and I ain't got no fucking responsibilities, I'm getting tore the fuck up because it makes me happy. I have a good time with my friends. I put on Facebook the other day, I want friends that don't know how to casually drink. I don't want a motherfucker that's like, oh, we're going to go have a beer or two at dinner. No, I want you to be like, fuck dinner. Let's go take some goddamn shots and fucking talk about life and get wild. Like, I don't want any bit of life left in me when I'm called.
Yeah, like you're done holding back.
Yeah. But who are you holding back for, though? Yeah, even if you think, even if you're a parent, and I get fucking moms, because our listening audience is like literally 70% women. I get moms that'll message me sometimes when I say some slick shit or something that they don't like or whatever. And they'll be like, oh, but you got to care about your babies. I do. I absolutely fucking do. That's my fucking world. But you came in this world alone. You're leaving this world alone. At some point in time, you stopped doing what was best for your parents' approval and you started doing what was best for you. So your kid's going to do that to you. Like, your kid at some point in time is going to say, Dad, Mom, I love you. But I'm gonna go off and do my own thing now because we've done it to our parents.
Stop it. Oh
no, it's
strings. I
no,
know, but goddamn.
Hey, but it's our job as parents to show them what we think is the best view of this world.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as you're doing that, you're fine. I'm fine. Like Gracie better not.
In my heartstrings,
Yeah,
Josh.
Gracie better not go no goddamn where for a long time. I got at least 8 or 7 more years of telling her what the fuck to do. And then when I move, because I will not, Nasho could be 10 times bigger, if not way bigger than that, if I would just move to Nashville. I will not move until my baby's out of school. I will not leave this area until my daughter's out of school. But when she graduates high school, that bitch better go to Vanderbilt, right outside of Nashville, and we're going to throw the fuck down all the time. And I'm going to show her. We have to set an example for them, but we have to also allow ourselves to live. You can't stop living, and you can't sit there and think. I know when I go to the schools or whatever, and we do like the PT, whatever it is, PTO or thing meetings.
Yeah.
I know these parents don't like me. I know they don't. Either the moms just are disgusted by me, or they might want to flirt with me. I don't know. But most of the dads either want to be me or they hate me because I get to do all this shit with pretty women and get to be on the road and everything all the time. But one thing I've learned, they don't really give a fuck as long as you're paying for stuff and you're helping for everything. And they just really don't care after the fact. Like, so why does it matter about your kid's opinion? You should be a role model. You should be a good role model. That's why my child doesn't see me drink. I think that's the biggest thing. We pray before every meal. We say our prayers at night. That is what I think I'm supposed to instill in her. Outside of that, my child don't need to look at my fucking social media because I
have mine blocked because I was like,
because
no, sir.
Because I know one day she's going to put what she wants to on social media, or if social media ain't a thing, then she's going to act the way she wants to. So why the fuck am I not acting the way that I want to now?
See, that's super important that you brought that up too. I think I've talked about this, I think on an episode before, is that as parents, like you have to have like people, like again, society bullshit. It's all bullshit. And that you have to act, dress, be a certain way. Like you saw the TikTok where I was like, hey mamas, nah, fuck that shit. Dress how you want. Get the tattoos you want. Obviously, be a good fucking parent and set an example. Like, don't be a shitbag and fucking going out getting fucked up and not taking care of your kids. Like, end of the day, you have to take care of yourself.
Absolutely.
Because once again, like you said, you're coming in this world alone. You're going out alone. And yes, you may have babies. And my son, man, I tell people, look, I told my baby daddy because he's taking him to Mexico next year with his stepmom and their kid. And I said, if something happens to my child, I will sell your organs on the black market. And he just started laughing. And I was like, you think I'm joking? I was like, I will proudly sell them. I don't care. And if something happens. And he was like, I know you're serious. He's like, how much would you sell it for? I said, I'd sell it for a penny. I don't care. I said, just to get rid of you. I said, that is how I am. And I tell people all the time, I will smile in my mugshot when it comes to my child. But I had my kid very, very young. I had him at 18. I had no idea. Sometimes I still have no idea what I'm doing. And
baby, there's no guidebook to being a parent. We'll never know what the fuck we're doing.
And sometimes when he says and does shit, I'm like, damn, I really did that. I don't know how, but you're a good kid. Cool. Don't care. Glad you're turning out this way. But it took me a while because I got judged a lot, especially as an 18-year-old. I was on varsity cheerleading. I was in ROTC. I was set up. I found out when I was supposed to go to boot camp. Like I was leaving to go to boot camp is when I found out I was pregnant. So my whole world changed. I had to go to college and I did a lot of stuff. Like I was involved in a lot of things in college, but my kid was always there with me. So he knew like all the programs I ran, even when I was a student body president in my college, like he was always next to me the whole time. But then I got to the point where I'm like, fuck y'all. Like y'all are talking so much shit about what I'm doing with my life and saying I'm not spending enough time with my kid. I have to take care of myself or I can't take care of my kid at the end of the day.
There's a difference in self-care and neglect.
Mm-hmm.
There's a huge fucking difference. And the people that can't see the difference in that are the fucking miserable ones.
Yep. They're the ones that didn't go out, take time for themselves. Yeah. Or they're like, no, I have to eat, sleep, breathe a parent. Like, no, like my mom will watch my kid, especially now that he's pretty self-sufficient. He's about to be 9. He'll be 9 in December. And so it's like it's easy to do. Like
Well,
it's easy, whatever, but I still go out occasionally, have to go take care of myself. Even when he lived down here in North Carolina with me, you know, my best friend would come and sit here with him. She ain't got to do shit. Just make sure you don't burn the house down, but he plays video games the whole time. Like,
Well, one of the oldest quotes of all time is it takes a village to raise a child.
absolutely.
Like, it's okay. And I think that means more than just different perspectives from different people. I think it also, if you have a child at a young age, you still have a life to live. You still have, you do. And if it's not for the people that we keep around us to help us with all that, then we're going to fall short and we're going to be possessive and we're going to be fucking weird parents and all that kind of stuff. You know, I would rather our kids look at us when they get 18 and just say that we did right by them, whether we're rich, poor, whatever, but we allowed them to have their own mindset. Like, I'm glad that my parents are way too lenient. I look back at it now and I wish my fucking parents had a curfew on my ass, that they fucking made me study more, that they made me do everything else more. But at the same time, it's hard for me to fucking really mean that when I say it because of the life I get to live now and my daughter. It's so hard for that. So pretty much if you can sit there at 18 years old when a child becomes an adult and your child can say, I'm good. It doesn't fucking matter what happened along the way.
Right.
It does, as long as you are not the fucking blunt force trauma that they had.
Yeah.
Like you did a good job as a parent. That's what I'm going to say anyway. Well, ladies, this was a fucking pleasure. You two are definitely going to be regulars once a month on the show.
Yes,
I love that.
Because you two can hold a fucking conversation, and this was good.
See, that's how our you know, our podcast is too. Like, you have no idea what the fuck you're going to talk about. Are we going to be spicy talking about buttholes, or are we going to be talking about communicating with your partner?
I hate all you bitches that talk about buttholes.
See, you know what? The more uncomfortable, I used to give shit about this guy I worked with. You keep talking about it, but you know that curiosity's there, Josh. Don't knock it.
Promise you, I might be the only guy that you know. Do not touch my fucking butthole. There are
okay, that's fair. But okay, answer me this: do you like riding on motorcycles?
No.
What?
All right. Okay. Usually, I'm not expecting that answer.
What?
but
Hold on a second. You don't like
Way to
motorcycles?
fucking stereotype somebody.
Right?
You
This
like
hurt my soul.
You like eating tacos?
Yes.
Well, then that didn't work.
She does. She goes both ways. Good try though.
I actually meant like tacos.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'll
It was
fucking chow down on some tacos.
it was a Mexican joke because you said I look like a biker.
I'm actually like,
no, I wasn't gonna say that you look like a biker. I was just gonna say that
the vibration.
The vibration. A lot of men do like it. It massages their prostate. So I was just gonna go with that. Like maybe it could
Look
be.
at you, motherfucker.
This is always my argument with that.
Oh, good.
The tip of my dick feels real good played with. I don't need my butthole touched.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. We'll
Like
do
it-
that.
And honestly, if anything feels better than you playing with Pedro, I don't want you to fucking. Do y'all not know why my dick's name's Pedro?
No, Pedro.
Okay, are y'all ready? This is gonna be real bad.
Oh God.
Go for it.
He's south of the border. He's a very hard worker. And when he gets off, he likes to take siestas. He's also been known to hit a fat bitch or two.
Oh man.
I fucking hate you, Josh. Oh,
that's so good.
That's
funny as fuck. That's funny as fuck.
I know. But also, by the
I
way,
fucking hate you.
love Spanish women. I love them. You never have to fix your flower beds. I'm just fucking with you.
Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it.
You're stupid.
Well, thank you for having us, Josh.
This is where she
was
says.
so
This
much
is where
fun.
she says, "I've got to go."
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm out of here.
Please
Oh,
revert
look,
back.
Hank,
Please revert back to where I said I talk shit to the people I like the most in this world.
Hank wants to be on.
oh, hanky panky.
She's not even speaking to me now. She's so mad.
Oh no, I really don't fucking care.
She referenced the dog before she referenced me saying, by the way, please go back and listen to where I said I talk shit the most of the people I love in this world.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm fucking with you. I'm trying to make you
Oh my
awkward
God.
right now. I was trying to.
Yeah,
I was
you
trying
said it.
to.
I'm like,
You
I'm cool with it.
succeeded.
I don't know what you want me to say. You want me to get pissed? Because I won't.
I don't want you to get pissed. I don't want you to get pissed. I definitely don't want a reaction from a Spanish woman. Y'all are the most.
she'll fucking cut you. Like I'll cut you, but she'll cut you.
See, I think what you just said was more racist than what I said. You just said that she is hateful. She's mean.
I mean, yeah.
I'm just fucking with y'all.
Colombian
I'm
women
spicy
were pretty
fucking
known
trash
to-
baby.
Are you?
but
Are
she's
you?
spicy.
Hold on. She just said, "Are you Colombian?"
Yes.
Oh,
I'm absolutely fucking psycho.
Are you single?
I'm pretty chill though.
Are you a single Colombian?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I'm driving through North Georgia in just a couple
Oh
days.
my fucking God. Yeah. Actually, that'd be really fun. We should get dinner sometime. That'd be
We
that'd
definitely
be
can.
really cool.
Please do it. Please, so that I can live through this.
One of my everybody, and then we're hanging up. I swear, because this is getting way out of there. Like everybody's got their go-to when it comes to porn or whatever. I shit you not, Brazilians and Colombians. I shit
love
you
it.
not. I love them. I love them. My shin's so shitty. I call it trailer. I don't know. I have such shitty skin, like trailer park skin. I like looking at those beautiful fucking women. Ah, y'all are the most beautiful women.
There
on
it
the
is.
planet.
I've been waiting this whole
thank
episode
you.
for that to come out. This whole episode.
Oh,
That's
the cat noises.
Every episode it comes out somehow weird fucking noises, and you made it an hour, and you just now
Right.
coming
That
out.
was pretty good.
Who made a cat noise?
She does.
Me
She does
just
every
now.
episode, and it's in our intro
Yeah.
because it's her thing, and it makes sense. It
Like
always
it.
makes sense. But this is the longest I've ever heard her go without making it.
Well,
Right. It's like, I don't know. It's like a verbal tick. Cat in heat noises.
I started talking about some dirty shit, and all of a
And
sudden,
I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Yeah. Yeah.
oh,
Well, I
this-
appreciate that compliment. Yeah.
you're very welcome.
Colombian and Brazilian women are pretty
Fuck.
delicious, pretty gorgeous.
I like the ass on most of them. Some reason y'all like have the fattest asses of all time.
Oh, thank you.
That's literally why they're called Brazilian butt lifts, because of y'all's asses. Every white bitch on this planet wants to have that ass.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
can't
It's
relate.
in
I'm
the
as
genetics.
basic. I'm a basic white bitch with blonde hair and brown eyes that's got like.
You got big titties.
Yeah, that's true. But
Well, my
Yeah.
genetics just gave me a little dick, a racism, and a drinking problem.
Oh my God.
So anyway, all right.
No.
So tell them the name of your podcast again, and then your social media link so they can go look y'all up.
so I'm Harley, and our podcast is Two Broads, One Podcast. We're on Instagram at Two Broads, One Pod. We have a link also with that has wow, I can't even fucking talk. That has all of our platforms. We are literally anywhere you can find a podcast. That is literally where we're at. It's like you can
Mhm.
find us.
Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play, all that jazz.
all
And
that
I'm
shit.
at Jess C James Jaimes, and Harley. What's your handle?
Oh yeah, I guess at _Harley G with 2 E's, but that's like every platform I have has the same username. So
Well,
Thanks
ladies,
very much.
this is actually one of my favorite shows. I think y'all two are very talented. Y'all keep doing what you're doing. Y'all got a good ass future if y'all keep this banner up between the two of y'all.
Yeah, thanks so much.
appreciate
Thanks
you.
again for having us on. This was fun.
Y'all let me know. Y'all are definitely a once a month now.
yes, I'm here for it. Fuck
hell
yeah, I'll
yeah.
talk about buttholes more.
Oh my God.
Never mind. They will never be back.
You
on the
ruined it,
show.
Harley.
You ruined it. All right, folks. Well, thank y'all for listening to the Josh Terry podcast. We'll see you in Nashville next week.
With Eversense, the long-term sensor helps me spend less time dealing with my CGM. I only need 2 sensor changes a year.
If you're on multiple doses of insulin, you might greatly benefit from the Eversense E3 CGM system, the only continuous glucose monitoring system that lasts for up to 6 months with one sensor. Still doing frequent sensor changes? Break free today with Eversense.
For important safety information and to learn more about Eversense, please visit eversensediabetes.com/safety.
Next time someone needs to send you money, tell them to use Zelle. With Zelle, the money goes straight into your bank account, and it typically only takes minutes between enrolled users. And even if the sender uses a different U.S. bank, it still works. Plus, Zelle is already in over 1,600 banking apps, so you probably won't have to download another one. By the way, make sure the sender has your correct U.S. mobile number or email address so the money goes to the right place. Look for Zelle in your banking app today.